everybody, it's Maddie and welcome back to another Pollinator DIY for National Pollinators Week. Today we're going to be focusing on hummingbirds and how we can attract them to your garden. So what I have here is our final product of our little hummingbird feeder that we're going to be making today. This is going to be made out of a mason jar that I just had lying around my house. And then by painting it red and adding some twine to it and then making some homemade sugar water, you can actually attract hummingbirds to your yard really easily. And hummingbird feeders are really important because hummingbirds are constantly moving around, and especially during the summertime, they're beginning their migration over to usually Mexico or South America. So these sugar water feeders give them the necessary calories that they need in order to go and do that and have the energy to fly so much and get nectar and also to pollinate, which is something that's really important to our ecosystems here. So we're kind of just going to jump right into how to make these feeders. So as far as supplies go for what you're going to need for this, like I already mentioned, you're going to need a mason jar. I know at my house I just have these lying around everywhere, but if you don't have a mason jar, an old salt shaker or like a spice shaker could really work. Kind of anything that has this general shape to it and that you could poke holes in will work perfectly for your hummingbird feeder. You're also going to need a small nail, a hammer, some red paint, and then some twine, and then going along with that, a paintbrush and some scissors is what you're going to need to really make this happen. So to get started, I had already painted this just for time's sake, but you're basically going to want to paint this red. Hummingbirds are really attracted to the color red, so the more red you have going on, the more hummingbirds you're probably going to get and the more interest that they'll have in your feeders. So once you've painted this red, the next step is going to be to poke little holes in it. And so now that you have your holes inside of your mason jar, we're going to go ahead and tie some twine onto the lid of it. And while we're doing this, I'm kind of just going to talk to you guys about how to make this sugar water that hummingbirds eat. It's super easy. You're basically just going to get sugar and you're just going to get water. And for every 1 part of sugar that you have, you'll do 4 parts of water with that. So if you're going to do a cup of sugar, you'll do 4 cups of water. And you're basically going to let that water come to a boil and then add your sugar in. And that will make the best sugar water, and all these hummingbirds will love it. Alright, so now that you have your twine tied to the hummingbird feeder, you can go ahead and take the lid off and add your sugar water into it and hang it up outside. It's good that it is placed in a sunny location and up high for the hummingbirds to come and fly to it and get their sugar water. But that's pretty much how you make our homemade hummingbird feeders. Bye everyone!